on Monday, the New York Times had a headline story: White House assesses ways to persuade women to have more children. One of the suggestions that apparently is floating around the White House is the idea of creating a national medal of motherhood for women who have some multiple, six, seven, I don't know, I haven't figured it out yet, they may not do it. But if they do, they might want to use this medal. It's the one that Vladimir Putin gives out for women who have lots of children in Russia. Another one, and I'm quoting from the New York Times yesterday, is an idea to have the government fund programs that educate women on their menstrual cycles, in part so they can better understand when they're ovulating and able to conceive. If the government does that, here are two possibilities for people who could run that program.
What is the impact of these pronatalist policies? The United States is not the first or only country to try to boost birth rates in this way by offering these government incentives. Do they work? Is this an appropriate way forward, and how can we combat it?
The short, simple answer is they don't work. A great example, if you look around the world at the country that has the most expansive child and family programs, it's Sweden. The family size in Sweden is exactly the same as the United States. But here's the funny thing, and I want to kind of explain this carefully because it may rub some people the wrong way. A lot of what's being kicked around based on that New York Times story is either ridiculous or venal or some combination of the two. Giving Lenin style, Putin style medals, having, J.D. Vance going around checking on women's menstrual cycles. I don't know if that's what he'd be doing, but if it isn't him, it's going to be somebody a lot like him. You can bet on that. On the other hand, if we were to invest more in lifting children out of poverty, those children are going to grow up to be healthier and better educated. And not only are they going to be more productive, they're going to make better choices about when, whether, and how many children to have. That's key here. So, on the one hand, a lot of what they're suggesting is ridiculous. I don't know who would get this. Maybe the $5,000 child credit. We'd go bankrupt just with Elon Musk alone. Just trying to keep up with his insanity. But the fact is that if programs like that could be carefully designed and targeted to help families with the greatest need, who are facing the greatest challenges, and enable those children to go up and be more healthy and more productive, it would actually backfire on them. I almost hate to bring it up because it would actually result in maybe smaller families, but almost certainly delayed childbirth, which has an enormous impact. I don't expect that they will do anything that smart. They generally, among all the options available, they pick the stupidest one. But there is a smart option buried in there, and we know it because the Biden administration did it, and it worked.